Starting.
I'm Siegel, and we're going to do a video here describing in-depthly my college experience at Arizona State and my Uni 220 experience. And my colleague here, Canon McKilney, is going to interview me and get to the bottom of my Sun Devil experience, and we're going to roll with it.
All right, Lance, first question. What have you learned about college?
I learned that college is a very difficult, rewarding experience. There's times in college where you question, like, why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing with my life? Like, do I really need college to be successful? But then you realize, like, I'm so lucky enough to have my father who's willing to pay for my college. So I'm just blessed to, have the experience and the opportunity that not a lot of people have, and I really don't want to take that for granted.
What have you learned about yourself in the past few months?
What I've learned about myself is that I have a very persistent mentality. I feel like that's what's sustained me. I'm not willing to give up very easily. I've had some adversity. I had a couple semesters where I literally failed them all miserably, but I found a way to get back on top and hang in there and keep my GPA at a somewhat respectable passing level. And that's all what you're trying to do in college. You're trying to pass. You're trying to move the ball forward.
So how are you going to learn what you use, or how are you going to use what you learned here at the university in the real world?
Well, I feel like college teaches you a lot of practical skills. Being a history major, it really teaches you how to think outside the box and interpret things subjectively and logically, and you really learn a lot of abstract reasoning skills that you don't really learn in other majors. You really learn how to think critically. Like, my major is very applicable in the law fields. You can be a teacher with it, you can be a doctor with it, and I feel that it's very beneficial to furthering your career.
Okay, cool. So how and in what ways have you changed during your time here?
Well, I feel like I've matured slightly, not much, but slightly. I've learned to budget my time a little bit better and not sleep until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That was a really bad habit I got into freshman year, and that can really impact your grades negatively.
Yeah, definitely can. How has your thinking about your personal and academic success changed?
Well, I think it's made me consider my grades more in-depthly, in the sense that I take the time to go on Blackboard, look at the statistics, I look at what I need to do, what I want to get the grade that I want to get me where I want to go. So I just break it down and try my best to see, like, where I can improve and what classes should be my main focus, like which classes am I doing better in and which classes do I need to pay more attention to.
Okay, cool. So would you say that your perspective on life and learning has changed a lot?
One word, I feel diversification is the key to understanding that component of the educational experience. You really learn to adapt, improvise, and overcome. You employ strategies that you wouldn't think you'd be employing earlier on in your college career, but then you adjust gradually with each day.
All right. What are the things you learned this semester? Like anything that's like important and sticks out to you?
Well, I think this semester really taught me, how to grind and be patient. It really made me really mindful of my whole experience. I feel like this whole semester has been like a reflective journey. It really expresses the relativeness of time. Like, the first few years flew, but I feel like this semester has gone by rather slow, so I can really see everything come in slowly, and I can really take time to appreciate things I didn't appreciate before because I was so lost in flow. Now I'm just really locked into what I'm doing, and I believe I'm at the end of the finish line, so I believe I can do this.
All right. Well, what strengths did you discover about yourself? What particular powers do you possess? What talents?
One trait I want to go into is my ability to relate to professors and participate and make the professors think critically about what they're teaching the students. By paying attention to their material and reflecting on their material, I question them in a way that's professional. I don't want to belittle them, but I feel my ability to interact with professors in a provocative yet smooth manner allows me to really just get the most out of my education by questioning. Questioning is one of my biggest tools that I use.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely a good tool to be using in the academic field for sure. Pretty much have to. In what ways are you wiser in regards to your college success?
Well, the key word is the word wise. You have to understand the word wiser. It doesn't mean you're smarter than someone, it just means you don't make the same mistakes twice. You're able to learn from past experiences and apply them forward. You don't have to be the smartest person in the world to be wise. You just have to be willing not to repeat your same mistakes.
That's true. Very good definition. What challenges did you experience in and out of the classroom during your time here?
Well, there were times, where my extracurricular activities sometimes got in the way of me being successful academically. Sometimes, it was tough. There were some times where I didn't choose the best females to date, and it sometimes made my life difficult. It made me sometimes neglect my friendships that I wish I had not neglected. So that's a regret of mine. I feel like I lost a lot of time to tyrannical rule, and I'm really frustrated by that. But I'm glad I've been able to rebuild relationships.
Awesome. What do you feel proudest about regarding your academic and personal success this semester?
I feel like I'm very innovative in the classroom, and I've gotten better at writing creatively and making more compelling arguments to teachers why I support the positions I support in school, and I just feel that's very crucial to the academic process. You want to stimulate minds in all aspects.
All right, cool. What do you feel dissatisfied about regarding your experiences?
I feel my time management skills could have been better. I could have studied more for tests. I feel like preparation was one of my biggest downfalls, but my ability to think on the spot was able to overcompensate for that. I was able to use good deductive reasoning skills on tests, and I was able to, understand, okay, I can rule out these answers, I'm not too sure, but I can get it down to a 50% gamble, and probability is sometimes one of your best bets, no pun intended, but it's a very useful tool.
Cool. So if you were to do it all again, what would you do differently?
If I were to do it all again, I'd still live by the same mantra. You can't let school get in the way of your education. You have to be learning every day, inside and outside the classroom. Sometimes all the stuff you learn outside the classroom while you were in the classroom is more beneficial than you'd think. So I'm going to go with that, and we'll call it a day. Thank you for your time, Uni 220. You were a very useful class, and I recommend you to further students who are struggling and need to make that turnaround as Sun Devil students. And take it easy. Cheers.